we are going to see about the adaptation of earthworm. So what do you know about earthworm first? And in this topic, we are going to see where do they live, how do they reproduce, how do they eat, how do they adapt with the nature. So all these things we are going to see about this earthworm. So first, earthworm is called as a friend of farmer. Why it is called friend of farmer means uh, in all aspect the earthworm plays a major role in the agricultural field. For example, the waste which is coming out from the earthworm are used as a manure, and it helps in the aeration process. So in all taking off organic waste and converting it into manure. So in all aspect we can say the earthworm plays a major role, and it acts as a friend of farmer. And where does it found? It is found in the soil, and most probably we can see this earthworm in the moist area. Okay, wherever the water present is there, moist area, if it is there means they will be, you can see the earthworm. And they feed on dead and organic waste matter like dry leaves or skin of fruits or dead plants or any of the things. So dead plants on the dead organism, and also in the organic waste they feed it. And what is the main function of this earthworm means it improve the soil fertility. That is the main function this earthworm plays a major role. And it increase the crop growth as well as the yielding process also. And if you see their body, it has many segments will be there, so it is called a segmented body. And it consists of mouth, anus and clitellum. Mouth for the intaking of food material, this is for excreting or releasing the waste matter, and clitellum for the reproduction process. It plays a major role. So in this earthworm, first we are going to see about the body shape. So usually they have cylindrical shape and elongated. Elongated means it will be like an extension, like elastable we can say, and segmented body it consists of. Why the body is segmented means it has a narrow burrow to just penetrate into the soil. It has a segmented body, so it will be easy for them to enter inside the soil. So for narrow burrow, for making the burrow, it will penetrate into the soil with the help of the segmented body. And they have circular body shape. Okay, and they have more setae. That is, since it is segmented body, it consists of segmented body, it has more setae. So the earthworm move by setae method only, like contraction and relaxation process. For movement process, if it is being taken means that is called setae. Yeah. And the skin, if you see, it is covered with mucus. And what is it is mucus is nothing but like a jelly like substance which will be present all over the body of earthworm. So that sticky nature, that will not, what is the main purpose of this mucus means it will not allow the soil to attach on their body. Even it may be damaged, the soil may damage when they are penetrating time, the soil may damage their skin, or it will be very hard for the earthworm to move from one place to another place. So this mucus will be secreted in their body, in their skin, which will not allow the soil to stick on their body. One thing. And for the penetration process, it will be easy for them to move from one place to another place. Clear, children? Next topic we are going to see about the estivation. What do you mean by estivation? When soil become too hot or too dry, at the time the earthworm will become inactive. Okay, so that process or that condition it is called as estivation. So until that, when it is too hot or too dry, the earthworm will be inactive. When the normal situation comes, then the earthworm will become active. So at the dominant, until the condition became normal, they will be in that state. When the moisture content again it starts, again the earthworm will become active. So that is called as estivation. And next one, if it, you see nocturnality, it is nothing but sensitive to light. About the sensitivity we are going to see. So this the earthworms are sensitive to the light, and they do not have eyes actually. Okay, and the sense light, they will be sensitive to light because of the sensitive cells which are present all over their body or the skin we can say. Okay, and this sensitivity cells are called as photoreceptors. Okay, so this photoreceptor or sensitivity cells are present on their skin actually. And what will happen? They react negatively to bright light, and they become photophobic. Photophobic, it is nothing but allergic to the light. Okay, when the light penetrate, they will become inactive, or it will be an unfavorable condition we can say. So it remains into the burrow during the daytime and avoid the light. When the night time comes, the earthworm will start coming outside, or wherever the moisture content is present, it start moving from that dry place to the normal moist area. So that is a nocturnality, we can say. Clear, children? Next, if you see, this is the structure of an earthworm. So if you see, the earthworm does not contain any neck or eyes or nose. Usually they respire, the earthworm breathe through their skin actually. So what are the parts present in this earthworm means it consists of anus to release the excreta or waste matter, and they have mouth to intake the organic waste and dead matters, and this is called a segmented body. All over their body it consists of so many segments, which helps in the contraction and relaxation process. By using this process, they will start moving from one place to another place, and that movement it is called as setae. And next, if you see, clitellum is present, very important and delicate organ in the earthworm, we can say. It will be situated in the 14th to 17th segment of the earthworm, which are called as, it will be thick in nature and it will be dark in nature also. Here alone you cannot see the segments. Okay, so this is called as clitellum, where the reproduction process will take place in the earthworm, we can say. Clear, children? So this is the complete structure of the earthworm. Session. So explain detail about the adaptation of earthworm. So you're going to explain all the subdivisions, side headings in this, and draw the diagram of earthworm with the their parts you want to explain. Draw the diagram neatly. Thank you, children.